And she's back. Thought I'd make a quick video on chocolate, specifically cacao, because I do have some products I never got a chance to do like a full proper review. So some products I got from Mexico, I'm gonna just jump into it, is a body oil and a body scrub. The brand is called Cacao, and these are it. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. This smells amazing, by the way. Like, you legit will smell like chocolate. So this is how it looks. I know I already used a lot of it because your girl loves chocolate. This is the oil here itself. I bought these in Mexico too, and it's like natural products like plant oils, essence and all that stuff. So it's like the most natural form that you can get for putting onto your body. But I wanted to talk about cacao, the history of it, the importance of it to Mesoamerican people. So cacao is a fruit. It's high in antibiotics. It's high in magnesium, iron, electrolytes, vitamin C. So the list just literally goes on. It's so important for me to make this video of cacao because I feel like there's a lot of stigma on just chocolate. Usually chocolate is associated with Europe. As an example, like the best chocolate comes from Europe. Like the luxury chocolate comes from Europe. That's the best chocolate. Like that's what I grew up knowing, especially in the United States. There's usually no association with in Latin America or chocolate. Like chocolate was a delicacy in Latin America. So maybe that's just my perspective of me growing up in the United States, but I always thought that chocolate came from Europe. Like finest luxury chocolate you can get was from Europe, and that's completely false. Like it originated from the Amazon, like in Latin America. So it took me to become a vegan to realize like very sacred fruit. Back then, indigenous people considered it gold. It's crazy to me, like the fact that someone can take a fruit and think it's gold over the actual gold material. Like that states something about the fruit, that it just shows you like the importance of fruit and like how beneficial this fruit can be for your health. And it's not something that's really discussed about. We know chocolate, but we don't know the actual cacao fruit. It's not until I went to Mexico and I started learning about the history and indigenous food and native foods and the impact it can have on someone's health. Also, to my southern central Latin American countries, you're probably looking at me crazy like, girl, cacao, we all know that. Like, I'm half Nicaragüense, so it took me, I think like around 8 or so to actually like experiment and try the cacao drink. So, and back then, even then, like I didn't even know chocolate and cacao were associated with together. I didn't even know it came from it. Like I just thought it was like, I don't even know what I thought. So yeah, I was familiar with the drink, but I had my grandma be making it, and I was very young when she made it, so I never saw the complete process. Like I never saw the process of cacao being made, the drink wise. So it's not until I'm able to see the whole actual process of it being broken down, I was just like, wow, that's crazy. My whole entire life, like I never actually saw the process of the drink that I enjoy so much. Like that's crazy to me. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way, hopefully. Also, you can get very creative with using cacao. So yes, it's a fruit, but you can use the beans, you can use the actual little pulp of it. So I do want to drop a little bit more information and history and the sacredness of the fruit, just because it has so much like health benefits to it, and it's not really acknowledged. Maybe in the United States, not very acknowledged, and I feel like even Latin America places it's kind of overlooked, and I just want to bring that light to it, because I don't want it where it's something that's like monopolized, which already has been monopolized, but I still feel like Latin American countries can still take their native sources, you know, and make the best out of it. I feel like certain history that you should carry on because it's like tradition, you know, and I wish that I could have looked back and actually paid attention of like what my elders were telling me and what they were cooking, what they were putting together, because sometimes you can get lost. Okay, so I wanted to do a short history lesson on cacao, also known as chocolat and nayowa. So choco would mean bitter and a would mean water. So literally it translates into bitter water in nayowa. It's also to be told that it was around BC era and was primarily grown in areas that was near the equator. So Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil were the primarily areas, but eventually was spread across to central and upper regions of Latin America. It was also told in Mesoamerican legends and like codex that the cacao tree was given from the gods. So some say from Quetzalcoatl and some say a more ancient known god in Mesoamerica. Since it was given as a gift from the gods, it was looked as a sacred item and was used primarily for sacred usage, such as rituals, sacred ceremonies, soldiers coming back or leaving for battle, and lastly, it was used as currency. The seeds were traditionally used to make a drink that traditionally included water, the cacao beans, and sometimes spices like different chiles, cinnamon, and even vanilla. The drink was primarily bold and bitter and usually focused on specializing foam on the drinks. Specializing the foam on the drink would typically enhance the bean's natural benefits such as magnesium, calcium, vitamin C, electrolytes. Also, this would be a good alternative if you're not a fan of coconut water. There you can actually hydrate your body in a different method. Also antibiotics, potassium, iron, and much more. It's also an aphrodisiac for people looking to enhance stimulation, if you know what I mean. Also, there is a alkaloid called theobromine, which is a natural neurotransmitter producer, where it can also increase blood flow to the brain, where you can get a strong mental focus and attention span. This is why a lot of people will feel a hallucinogenic sensation when doing the sacred cacao ceremonies, because it will give you a synergy feel. Also, having a spiritual connection. Cacao is also very versatile, as in you're able to not only make the well-known drink, but also you're able to make scrubs and oils like the products I showed earlier, and able to make cookies with the cacao nibs, smoothies with the pure pulp, mole with the beans, and so much more. You can really get universal with the cacao. Also, cacao will be the purest state of the fruit to intake compared to cocoa, which is highly processed with destroyed nutrients, and it has a different taste as well. So I would highly recommend intaking cacao if you're looking to increase vitamin and mineral intake on your daily diet, or if you're looking to spice things up, if you know what I mean, like I said earlier. Also, highly recommend looking for cacao that is fair traded and not getting cacao that is being harvested from child labor. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed the video.